fact that I am the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education. I give thanks to God for His infinite wisdom, His grace, and His mercy. On reflection, I think of how God has put me through some things, some situations. He has put me in certain places and through certain circumstances that have all made me able and stronger to better serve my country in this position at this time. To the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, I extend my profound thanks for the opportunity yet again to make a significant impact on the educational landscape of our beautiful country. In particular, I said to the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Education, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Sean Kerry-Richards, I am honored that you have entrusted me with this very awesome responsibility. Thank you for reposing your confidence in my ability. Please be assured, sir, of my partnership, my complete trust, my utmost respect, and my unswerving support. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, we pause to pay tribute to a number of distinguished men and women who have served in this position before me. To them, I offer our thanks for their service to our country. I make mention of the following: Mr. W.V.A, who was the permanent secretary when I started teaching, Mr. Calvin Ferrier, Mr. Sidney Osborne, Mr. Valdemar Warner, Mrs. Patricia Hobson, Mrs. Lorna Callender, Mr. Osmond Petty, and my immediate predecessor, Mrs. Anoni Liebert-Willett. I wish to publicly applaud Mrs. Willett for her contribution in making a difference in the advancement of education in our country. The Ministry of Education on this occasion pays tribute to the teachers, principals and other education officials who recently retired. They are worthy of our applause and our commendation. The Ministry of Education says thanks to Mrs. Jennifer Dolphin, Mrs. Violet Jones Manladi, Mrs. Marva Buchanan, Mrs. Mary Richards, Mrs. Paula Berg-Toter, Mrs. Bernadine Hanley, Mrs. Gloria Patricia Pereira, Mrs. Violet Gordon, Mrs. Pamela Woodley, Mr. Anthony Huggins, Mr. Winsford King, Mr. Lionel Thomas, Mr. Arthur Blanchett, Mrs. Carolyn Henry, Mrs. Paulette Keynes, Mrs. Jacqueline Morris, and Mr. Addison Warner, for their many years of dedicated and sacrificial service to the children of the nation. In like manner, we are equally proud to congratulate those of our ranks who have been elevated to promoted positions within the teaching profession. We are pleased to recognize our new principals and assistant principals at 4 of our primary schools. Mrs. Michelle Winchester Woodley has been promoted to the principalship at the Newton Grove Primary School, with Mrs. Shireen Woodley Hodge as the deputy. Sandy Point Primary is pleased to welcome Mrs. Valerie Richardson Mason as its new head, with Ms. Angela Matthew will take over the reins as principal at Keon Primary, while Ms. Susan Cannonier will be the new principal at Estridge Primary. At the secondary level, the Ministry of Education is delighted to congratulate the following: Mr. Maurice Benjamin as the new principal of the Barnsley High School, Mr. Boris Connor for assuming the role as principal at the Charles E. Mills Secondary. Mrs. Ivy Flanders, who has been promoted to the principalship at the Sadler's Secondary School. We wish all of our new school administrators God's guidance, blessings, as they undertake the challenging task of leadership in their schools. Your schools and your communities are depending on you to provide strong and positive leadership. My advice to you is, we encourage you to use the gifts, talents, abilities, and skill set of all your entire staff, to the advantage of the professional learning community called school. The Ministry of Education stands ready to partner with your schools and to wish you a long and successful tenure. I wish to salute our youngest and our brightest among us, the new teachers who are just beginning their journey. We say welcome to the mother of all professionals. I implore you to give it the best of your talents, time, knowledge, and skills, ensuring that your work to positively impact and edify the children entrusted to your care in your various classes and in your various capacities. And to those returning from college and universities, we congratulate you on your achievement, and we implore you as well to make sure that you use your newly developed skills and your expanded knowledge base to positively impact and edify the children entrusted to your care. Yes, you may applaud all new teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, in this opening ceremony that signals the start of the 2016-2017 school year, we unveil the theme that will guide us through the uncharted waters of the year ahead. Education for all, embracing change, securing the future is a brilliant theme. I love it. I'm pleased to convey the Ministry's appreciation and congratulations to the brilliant minds who crafted the theme for this year. We want to emphasize that the theme is not just for this occasion. This is the working theme for the year, and as such, we need to have it displayed in prominent positions in all of our educational institutions, in principals' offices, in the offices at AVEC, at Project Strong, TVET, and at Early Childhood Office and Centers. As we think of our theme that urges us to embrace change, I'm reminded of some words spoken by the first Black president of South Africa, the late President Nelson Mandela, who said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world," unquote. This quote underpins for us what we as teachers do every day in and out of our classroom. That is, we educate, we teach to effect change. This very same sentiment was expressed by one of our nation's distinguished educators, Mrs. Dulcie Richardson, the first principal of the CFP. This is what she wrote. "We see the teacher as the pivot on which the success of any program of educational renewal hinges." And when I read this part that follows, it gives me goosebumps. This is what she says: "The destiny of our country lies in the hands of our teachers." The destiny of our country lies in the hands of our teachers. Remember, these words were written prior to September 1983. And she continued, "As we look forward to independence for our country, let us rise up to the challenge of nation building by molding the minds of the children entrusted to our care for creative and responsible citizenship." End of quote. These words challenged us back then, and today they are, or they should be, reverberating in our ears and directing our actions as educators during this upcoming academic year. The role of teachers, or the role that teachers play in fashioning our communities, cannot be underestimated, nor can it be overemphasized. The society depends on us to be leaders, agents of positive change, and trendsetters, while our students depend on us to be their role models, their mentors, their coaches, their confidants, and more. It is the aim of the Ministry of Education to have a highly qualified, well-trained professional teacher in every classroom. It is expected that the teaching fraternity will adhere to the following standards of professionalism: the dress code policy, the requirements of regularity and punctuality, and adequate lesson preparation, delivery, classroom management, and assessment. In embracing the change that our theme urges, I am inspired to issue a new call. I'm issuing a call for all of us. This team right here, this is one big team here, to renew our commitment to educating the nation's children. In renewing our commitment to educating the children of the Federation, we will all have to make a few adjustments in the way we do things. It cannot be business as usual. I am specifically making an appeal for us to adjust our mindset to think students first. Not the politicians, nor our allegiance to political parties. Not the personnel in the Ministry or Department of Education, nor our principals. Think students first. I'm making an appeal for an attitude adjustment. There's an inspiration banner that says, "Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference." These are the words of the great British Prime Minister, the late Sir Winston Churchill. A former principal of the Virtuals High School, Mr. Elvis Richardson, had as a personal mantra these words of Zig Ziglar: "It is your attitude and not your aptitude that determines your altitude." All of us can embrace these words as our mantra too, as we strive to cultivate a can-do attitude in order to get the job done. And in order to get the job done well, we will have to adopt a whatever it takes attitude. In embracing change, I make a plea for all of us to become each other's encourager. So when we see our colleagues not giving up their best, when we see a brother or a sister sitting in the staff room, when we very well know that he or she should be teaching, I encourage you to give a word of encouragement, to become our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper, and remind him or her that it is time to educate the nation. I got that line from Mrs. Callender when we were colleague principals. It's time to educate the nation. When we educate our children, we are in fact educating the nation. Be reminded that if we more effectively educate our nation, we reduce the likelihood of many of the social challenges and menaces that are plaguing us at this time in our country's development. In short, what I'm asking is that we live our personal and professional lives in such a way that when others speak ill of us, no one will believe. I want to personally thank you in advance for your anticipated cooperation, enthusiasm, and commitment as we journey through the school year. I wish you a most productive and successful 2016-2017 school year. In the words of America's first Black president, President Barack Obama. I'm fired up and ready to go. And it is my hope that as you teachers return from your many weeks of summer vacation, your well-deserved summer vacation, you too are equally fired up and ready to have a very remarkable and truly productive 2016-2017 school year. I thank you.